Well, I have actually three main goals in the essence. One is the global leadership. I think it's very important that we are listening to our continental confederations and also listen to our member associations. So for me, it's very important that I hear all the voices coming in to BWF in terms of developing our sport, and I think that is one of my key areas, and I want to focus on that. Then there's the players. I come from a player side. I understand the players in many ways, and I want to contribute to get a higher profile into the players concerning the politically work that you need to do. And I think, well, one thing says it all. I mean, if you don't have the players, you don't have any BWF, and that's the fact. So therefore, I will prioritize to focus on, well, what are we going to do with our players, and how can we contribute in order to get the players on a higher profile politically as well. Well, firstly, to acknowledge that they are having an election, and in this election, definitely to look into, well, are we providing what is needed in terms of listening to what they want? I mean, politically, we have certain areas in BWF that we are looking into: events, sports, development, finance, administration, and so forth. But are we really considering our players in all aspects? I think we definitely can look into that and see, well, where can the players actually also contribute in order to understand what is needed? Because I think one thing that we are lacking right now is, I mean, if we want to rise our sport, we need to have bigger profiles. We need to use our players to bring up our sport together with the players, and that is one thing that I do believe that we can do better than we are doing today.
So you're going to listen to the player's voice, so to speak?
Yeah. Listening to the player's voice, and also maybe considering the structure in BWF and see, well, where can they benefit most, and put them in those positions, and well, make them active. And I do believe that that is also something that the players want. So listen to them, listen to the voice that they are saying, ideas coming from them. We have to implement that, and we don't have to wait. I think it should maybe be acting a bit faster towards their needs. Well, of course, as we can see right now, badminton is one of the core sports in the Olympics. My ambition actually is that we right now are number 13 in the measurements of the core sports, and my aim is to get into top 10. So in that aspect, of course, we have to analyze what is needed. Is our game good enough? Do we have to do something to attract other audiences? Then, I mean, we know that there's a lot of badminton lovers around that understands badminton, but are we actually reaching out to those people that doesn't know much about badminton, doesn't understand the badminton, but will be attracted to the game anyway? And I want to make a research kind of department that, well, maybe sounds too big, but I need to have some research to understand and to be competitive in this aspect. We have to understand as well that we are in a competition against other sports. They have the same goals. They want to be higher ranked at the Olympics as well. So in that sense, we need to understand we are in continuously competition towards other sports, and we need to be ambitious. We need to act upon the element of how attractive is our sport, and can we do better, and how do we want to develop it. And I need to have some research in order to understand this area. So I want to implement that quite fast. Well, of course, over the last 2 years, we have been really having good conversations around the table with the other confederations, and I do believe that, I mean, one of the ideas actually coming up is to focus on the development area. I have realized that there are a lot of potential in also our European side that we actually can develop smaller countries. And one issue in that aspect is to, when we have a very good turnover, that we're doing quite well badminton-wise, Badminton World Federation are being administrated quite well, and I think we are progressing a lot. So in the sense of development, try to focus how can we do, and how can we make our Olympic income relate on the focus that the Olympic income should be directly into development area, and by that, of course, support all good ideas in a transparent and an open way, and of course also measure the output coming from it. We have the shuttle time right now, we have coach education program. We could lift it into a higher potential by spreading it faster, and that means maybe we should employ more people in the development area. But I mean, this is the essence, this is why we are here. We need to spread out the good of badminton, and we can only do it by telling the stories and showing them and be there, be present in the member associations. And that I've learned actually by having meetings with the continental confederations, the presidents. And I also realized that politically there is a need that we bring them closer into BWF. There is a need that we get them in to understand what is actually going on in Africa, what is going on in Oceania, and where can we help best. They can tell it. We can maybe presume that this is the right thing for them, but they can actually tell us the right thing. So we need to bring them in. Of course, players means a lot to me, but the global leadership in the sense of both understanding the continental confederations, the member associations in the areas, but also listening to politically what is the best for Oceania. I think it's very vital that we have this good conversation, and also maybe in the sense of sometimes bringing together the presidents and have maybe one or two that we can actually agree upon. It's very good and very important that we are focusing on. When it comes from our continental confederations, we will be able to use it much more directly, because then there's a mutual understanding between the continental presidents and BWF, and that's very important.